Where do you go to relax? Often it includes water. Water is an incredible medium. It has so many different properties of reflecting, of quietness, of power, of ephemeral character. It can be in the form of ice. It can be so many different things. And throughout the seasons, it changes. My name is Dan User, and I specialize in the design of water features. And I work with a lot of talented people to create water effects that people can engage in. As a designer and as an architect, a lot of times people have palettes of materials that they use. And the ones that I work with commonly have water as one part of their palette. And so it's always a very exciting balance and interesting. Every day is a new day as far as what you learn and how you can play with water. The water feature solutions for Assiniboine were greatly influenced by a project that we were privileged to work on for the 9/11 Memorial in New York at Ground Zero. The design for that came from 5,200 entries that were presented from all over the world, which was whittled down to 250, then to 8, and then to 1. The winning design envisioned the two towers as voids in an 8-acre space. The sides of the voids had water rushing over, constantly filling a pool below, but never filling it. The solution we came up with through the design team was that we had individual streams of water depicting a veil of tears that would just flow into the pool below. At night you can see almost faces in the water. The water changes with the wind currents. Sometimes it can be very powerful and sometimes it can be very subtle.
The idea of a water feature always figured very prominently in the design. It wasn't until I took a trip actually to Iceland for my nephew's wedding, and it's really the land of waterfalls. It's a really incredibly beautiful place. And there was one in particular that really kind of struck me, and it was called Seljalandsfoss. And it was very much like what I thought we were trying to achieve for the Leaf. And we, of course, didn't know how to do this, right? This is not something that we understood how to do. And I knew that there was one person out there that could actually pull this off, and that person was Dan User. There was no question in my mind. We had seen the 9/11 monument, and it's spectacular, and Dan was our guy.
When we think about the Iceland waterfall, it's just incredibly powerful, and you know, walking behind it is really enticing, and it almost takes your breath away. Right, and so when we looked at the Leaf, how do we interpret that in an interior setting where sound becomes an issue, where splash becomes an issue? By doing the individual streams at 9/11, we were reducing the water almost to 1/10 of what it could have been with a sheet of water, and still gives a very powerful effect.
So the water feature needed to serve two purposes. It needed to be a transcendent element in the environment of the biome. It also needed to serve a purpose as part of the mechanical system. Evaporation from the waterfall, the cooling effect, the fact that moisture would humidify the air, all of that really helped serve the purpose of creating a tropical biome. We talked to Dan about the idea that we could actually create clouds. We thought, wouldn't it be amazing if when you're up on the catwalk, you could feel like you're walking in the clouds? And so not only does that provide this incredible sort of transcendent environment, but it also serves a real kind of function.
Yeah, fog's an incredible element in features, and I've done, I don't know, probably 10 or 15 of them in different aspects. The Fort McMurray was one that was a good example for this project. We were very careful to try to make sure that we did not see the source of the fog, but just the effects of it. and you can see how it's very cloud-like, very amorphic. It just floats, and it creates this incredible, ever-changing mood that you walk through. The waterfall and the fog have a couple of elements that really help in the situation, because I wanted to make sure that we were making all the systems compatible with each other, working together with as little infrastructure as we possibly could get. So the waterfall itself will create a current in the space and help to move that air going through. But it also aerates, and because we have a natural pond where the water lands in, that aerating water will make that pond that much healthier.
The modern purpose of Canada's diversity gardens is twofold, in my opinion. One is about kind of telling a story about people and plants, making connections between people and plants. And the other is sustainability. And the waterfall, water has this incredible kind of draw. And so the water feature, the waterfall, is central to the success of this building. And it's something that people are going to come back to over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, no, it's unlike anything in North America. You see this incredibly beautiful building, and it's just so elegant. And then when you get inside, you get all these beautiful little surprises. And this waterfall is it's so unique. I've heard many architects and designers say, as soon as the water turns on, people flock to it. We have worked on many high-profile projects over the years. The waterfalls at the Leaf will be unlike any free-falling indoor waterfall in North America. They'll be very unique and will be a jewel for the citizens of Winnipeg, for the province, and for the entire country.